he really wants to tell you something, or maybe not. His eyes are gleaming with a mixture of guilt and trust.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson about supplicants now after the last time. They
But he just quickly dismisses the invitation and says, "Look, I clearly don't know you. I offered you lunch or coffee or whatever because I believe that a hand can help a hand, and a friend can be much useful in terms of getting in places where I surely don't belong."
He's got a
And
good charm.
I have a good charm.
Let's charm this dude.
We need to try something here. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll kind of sit back and just look at the two of you, like, who can talk to this person.
Yeah. While you sit back like this, I go like this on the chair. That's it. Bad cop, good cop.
Yeah, I was going to say, need someone shot, let me know.
I think I tell him something along the lines of, as we said, we are here to help, but we need you to help us too, and we will not judge, but we need to know what's going on. Just a little. I leave that out of the. You mentioned that you need friends, and say, Ron.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
You could pick one of your keys of humanity that you feel is appropriate to this, and actually use it as a prop. The veil will make it, suitable for
something suitable. Yeah. Let me check. But I have the either compassion or empathy. I think I will go for empathy here.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah.
So I tell him that you need to trust us so that we can help you. And we have come all this way. You clearly want our help, so we will need to trust each other a bit more here. We need to know exactly what's going on. I'll make the roll.
Yes.
Give me a second. So charm, that's presence. So I have a 6 plus 4, that's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, we're not rolling strong after that one sensitivity in the beginning, but 10's better than a 5. So
yeah.
I've got 2 karma in the bank, so don't worry. We can.
Yeah, I've got 3 whole karma. Mask with 5 is our go-to for that. But believe me, I'll take a few failed rolls early on.
Yeah, I think at this stage we're still good.
You can see that is touched, and he says, moving from Los Angeles to here, I wasn't expecting people to be, helpful, maybe. Look, it's not that I'm hiding something from you in terms of what I know, but it's more than just a case. It's more than just a story. My sister lives here, and she is kind of a crackhead. And I know that she spent some time in and out of rehabilitation center, but not for too long. And a couple of weeks ago, she kind of disappeared. I asked to her colleagues. She was working on. She worked on a bar. I asked for colleagues and looked for her. When I arrived here, covering this kind of crack epidemic here in the city, and I can't find her. I don't know where she is, and I believe that this is the best trace that I have. This kind of unusual thing that is exploding like a plague in this part of the city. I know that she was hooking with a friend. She mentioned a friend, some kind of woman that she used to hang out with, but I don't know anything else. I know that I'm good at blending with people, but not enough to cover the I would say the epicenter of what I would consider the place of investigation. It's the Hanover Street. I don't know if you know Hanover Street. Obviously,
I'll look at Mask.
Yeah. No, it's you quite know Hanover Street because it's an infamous street from the neighborhood, known for being the cocaine market of the 80s in DC, and it is a location that is familiar and at the same time unsettling because it's this crossroad covered by tall buildings and a series of intricate establishments, so that you can, the moment you decide to buy some crack and head to this kind of part of the city, it is quite impossible to not be seen by the residents. There are children, snipers scoping the place and ready to alert the dealers if is there any kind of problem, some kind of people that are obviously not there to buy crack. And
you called it Overstreet. What's the name? I didn't understand. Noble Street.
Oh, wait there. Just write about it.
All right. Well, I can look at the two of you. I'll look at Jonathan and say, thank you for trusting us.
That's okay.
What's your sister's name?
Yeah, it's called. She's called Alicia.
Alicia Walker. I'm going to simply be very, very, very interested in my coffee for a little while. I might even glance at Lilith. Just glance at Lilith, and then I'm just going to concentrate on my coffee, which means I'm looking something up in the book.
I have a few questions to ask from Walker. The first thing, just to be clear, when did his sister disappear?
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah, more or less a couple of weeks ago. So when this stuff started to show up in the streets and these new players, these new crack guys showed up. Okay. And she was in a rehabilitation from crack or some kind of drug also, right? Yeah. She was found with some, it's really harsh, the penal system here. If you if you're found with like 5 grams of crack cocaine, you're sentenced to 5 years. So.
Okay. And the girlfriend from Alicia, he doesn't know her name, right?
No. She just says that she mentioned, one of her last conversations that he had not to worry about. She was
with a friend or something.
With a friend.
Okay.
She was okay.
And I also asked Walker, because he mentioned when we met, are you one of the goons of Galdi or Garibaldi or something like that?
It would be extremely fun, a gangster named Garibaldi. But yeah,
exactly.
That's
Could
a
have
little
been
more
unfair.
50s than 80s, I have
Right.
to admit. But yeah,
So
But no,
Is-
it's what you would consider the local kingpin, or at least the one that has assumed control temporarily, and his name is Baldy, like hey
Baldy.
there.
Okay,
Yes.
he's a well-known guy. So this is not the guy that we are probably he's talking about. He's the new player, right? So this is just some
Right,
guy
so-
that,
What's
that everyone knows about, and it's like a kingpin.
Yeah, it could be like maybe he wants to have a show of force to
Okay.
demonstrate that you don't mess with the local kingpin. Like maybe someone got too eager to enlarge his profits by taking over one of his blocks, and he just decided that enough is enough. But why the beheading?
Mm-hmm.
all right. So I have. I'd like to talk with the circle. Um, I would like to say to Jonathan, to tell us how to contact you. We have work to do now. Your sister is what we're here. We will help you learn either where your sister is, how you may help her, or what has happened to her. Please tell us how we can find you. Where we're going, you don't want to go.
Well, here's my guess. I don't know if people are connecting these beheadings to the Red Rock as I did. It seems quite obvious to me, but I don't know. If that's the case, you may want to look, or it may be almost impossible to look for this crack dealer because everyone in town
Jonathan,
is.
Jonathan, tell us how we can contact you when we want to.
Yeah, you can contact me on my page. I mean,
I look at Hazard. Or sorry, I look at Mask.
Something there in this time.
We can do
I
that.
suppose we also have one because of the veil, probably.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
it may
so
be.
we probably have pagers too. You're right.
I don't know.
So
Okay, but all right. So we can just all we need then is whatever it is we need to make that thing work, and then
Okay,
at that
you
point,
want-
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Try another street. Ask the slingers, ask the crack dealers, ask the hookers.
Jonathan,
I don't know.
Jonathan, we know our job. Tell me about what bar. The last thing I need to know is what bar did your sister work at? What is that?
Yeah, I
bar?
can give you.
Right, perfect. I'll stand up
Yeah,
and leave. I'm just abruptly stand up and walk down the street.
Yeah, 0 charm here, so I'll do the same.
I'm more charming, so I say thank you. We'll keep in touch. And then I
can imagine Jonathan. Hey, what the fuck?
So, yeah, this isn't for the kids. Guys, I've got a name. I've got a pretty good idea of details about her. We've got this bar. I've got trackers. Sorry, ferreters.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to. I think we have the same actually by
Oh,
chance.
excellent. Okay.
We got the same guys. Yeah.
Um,
What's your proposal then?
my proposal is to go to the bar,
To the bar
and
first.
and just right then, I'm going to send them to look for Elisha.
Okay.
And they'll come back and tell us, either that they couldn't find her or that or where she is. and if I'm successful, and I don't even have to. I don't think I have to evoke them, but I don't have to roll, for them to find anybody. They'll do the job.
Yeah.
So it's not a great. Unfortunately. By the way, Noah, we didn't get karma, but we did get experience points last time.
I know. I haven't spent them
Yeah,
yet.
but that's 15 points, man. We need those points. Get to it.
I know, and I've got 1 point left, so I'm at 16, which for
I
some
had
of the
2.
skill,
So I
is
have
pretty nice.
I have spent, just so you know, I brought up my evoke, and Noah, so you know, I also brought up my mending.
Good. Yeah, we need it.
Yeah. And so, you're a binder, and I want to be better mender. So, so anyway, I have my roll, and my bonus. So first of all, where I'm walking, I'm hoping that we can go to the bar.
Yes.
Okay. And so, can you tell us a little bit about the bar itself? Just so I know where we are, and I want to be in some sort of circumstance so that I'm not surrounded by people. If I just have to walk around the bar, like in the neighborhood, walking along the sidewalk is fine, but I don't want to be right in the direct view of a bunch of people looking right at me.
Sure. I was thinking that this, I would say, alleys and streets are not ideal for exercising your evoking skills, since they're quite open and there are lots of windows. It's impossible to evoke something without breaking the forbiddance.
Okay.
However, the alleys and intricate labyrinths surrounding the block are ideal for this kind of activities, since they're not so trafficked and people are actually afraid of being caught up in a hallway where they will be mugged or something else. The bar is a small establishment. I'm thinking that right now it is northwest from your position. The indications provided by Jonathan are enough to reach them in something like 20 minutes of walk.
So let's see how this goes. And unfortunately, I do not roll too well. I get a 6 plus 3, which is a 9, and I don't know if that's easy. Easy is a 10. How does that work? What is the?
Yeah, the evocation, if you took some time,
Yeah,
so I suppose
totally
you're
wandering
meditating,
around those areas
Is
where
10.
nobody's looking. Is 9 enough?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Thank God, no karma, because this is super important. We've got almost no leads at all. No orientation. We need something. So, I'll just take a walk around and, soak up the parts of the neighborhood that are good, and then just come back and casually rejoin the two of you without even really saying anything, kind of like a nice walk, and just strike a waiting pose.
All right.